Hello students, I am Idris on behalf of Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services. Invite you for this orientation of Sociology as a subject for UPSC mains option. Here, not only Sociology, be it any options, while choosing an option for Civil Services mains, we have to keep few criteria in mind which I always used to insist upon. What are they? If you see here, the time taken for preparing a subject, that's one of the most important thing, because here our idea is to clear civil services. That's the most important idea for us. To have knowledge or to get a degree with it is a different story, that we can go and join a university and study. But here, when we prepare for civil services, we should be very clear in that very basic idea that which option would help me to achieve my goal. In that, what is the most important criteria while choosing that option? That time taken to prepare that option. Second important thing is how much time do I save in preparing an option vis-a-vis GS preparation. See, GS 4 papers were there. When I prepare this paper 1, paper 2 of an option, how much time am I saving in my GS preparation? That's again very important. The second point, one, the time taken to master that option. Know, understand, master that option. Second, the time saved with regard to it. And thirdly, what is the trend in UPSC? See, UPSC itself releases a data every year that in particular options, people who are writing mains, how many got selected for interview. And in that interview candidates, how many finally get selected. In that, how many of them chose which option. UPSC trend is there. That we have to see, because that what makes people call an option a popular option. A popular option here means like where many people write and more people get qualified. And the fourth criteria which I would say is, what is the subject matter? A person who doesn't have any knowledge about sociology or an option which they want to choose, is this option acceptable for them? Can they choose such an option? So what is the subject matter all about? Can I understand? I come from a technical background. Can I understand? I am a student of medicine. Can I understand? I am a student of arts. Can I understand? There is doubt. So the basic subject matter about that what option we want to choose. Apart from it, if you see whether the guidance and the materials are easily available for that option. So these are the 5 criteria which I used to say that a student has to keep in mind while determining an option for civil services. Accordingly, what we have taken up is here is that, see, first I told about time taken. See, time taken for preparing sociology as an option is, in our institute, we have a hybrid mode. Live classes along with online. Both. We have a hybrid mode of teaching. Be it for GS, be it for all options, whichever we cater. And sociology is also no exception to it. So same hybrid mode. And in that hybrid mode, maximum of 2.5 to 3 months. So the 2.5 to 3 months, when I say, is approximately 75 days. To maximum 90, but 75 to 90 days, we will be finishing off the syllabus. So this includes even the test that is being kept. Otherwise, it will take hardly 2 months. So we would be finishing. So that is what it is. We are doing it in our institute. That is how in Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services, we take up sociology as an option. So the time that is taken for a fresher, all these things I am saying for a person who is a fresher to sociology, who doesn't have a background with regard to sociology. So for him, this is one of the most shortest time within which a person is able to understand and master an option. I think sociology is the easiest one. Secondly, if you see with regard to time saved. So as I told to you before with regard to time saved, because I am preparing for preparing an option, 500 marks, paper 1, paper 2 of an option. Sociology, if I am preparing, how much of my time is saved with regard to GS? That's again an important thing that we have to keep it in mind. See, for this, with the proof and the syllabus that is there, the overlapping syllabus I have put before you. See, paper 1, sociology paper 1, the syllabus, the very starting chapter speaks about modernity and social change in Europe and the emergence of sociology. How did sociology emerge? And what was the reasons? Modernity, and how did modernity brought in social change, and what are all other kinds of changes that have the intellectual forces and all that finally led to the coming up of sociology. This is what the first topic of the syllabus says. If you see, same thing in GS paper 1. It speaks about industrial revolution, it speaks about French revolution, that is decline of feudalism, beginning of Renaissance. All these things are there in GS1. So there is an overlap of the syllabus. It's not about the overlap of the syllabus also. You can see here, I can put before you people this questions, how interlap of the questions. You see here, paper 1, 2021 question of sociology paper 1 says, Europe was the first and the only place where modernity emerged. Comment, this is sociology 2021 question means. Same thing in GS 1, 2019 question if you see, it speaks here. Explain how the foundations of modern world were laid by the American and French Revolution. Very simple. Both are almost same. How the overlap happens. Likewise, I have thrown before you, see, Karl Marx, Max Weber. 6 major thinkers are there in paper 1. The European thinkers, 6 major thinkers are there. Apart from it, in paper 2, we have Indian thinkers. So these thinkers have a big amount of overlap, big degree of overlap in GS, particularly in paper 4. Because paper 4 has a topic called moral thinkers and philosophers, contributions of moral thinkers and philosophers around the world. So that topic is there. Even for that matter, if you see, Marx, when we say, we speak about communism, socialism, democracy, generally we talk. Paper 1, GS paper 1, the syllabus speaks about socio-political philosophies like socialism, democracy, communism and all. Again, syllabus overlap, be it paper 1, paper 4, overlap. Same thing I have put before you, the questions also. You see, sociology paper 1, 2021 question which they have asked about Max Weber's bureaucracy, his idea. It is the consciousness which determines the being, which Marx says otherwise, but that is what Hegel says. The real is rational and rational is real. What Hegel says is nothing but the ideas, the consciousness determines being is the crux of it. When we study sociology, particularly Marx, we will be able to answer this essay topic very easily. An example I have put before you. There are numerous, not 1 or 2 examples. There are numerous examples, and particularly the stratification topic in sociology, if you see, it speaks about equality, inequality, hierarchy, poverty, hunger. All these related items are something that is spread out from paper 1 to paper 4. Paper 2 and paper 3, you will find the GS papers, a lot of relation between them, which I have given ample example I have given to you here through these questions and other things. So be it essay, be it paper 1, paper 2, in all you will be finding a whole lot of give and take between these 2 subjects. So when you study one, you automatically address the other. So that is a very important one. Next, we are coming to the UPSC trend, as I told to you. See, I put before you 2018 UPSC published report. In this UPSC published report, so optional subjects, all the optional subjects, and the candidates appeared, success rate, how many appeared when interview, and the success rate, what it is there. So if you see here, in that sociology, even I have marked 10% it comes. So not only 2018, so the 2020 I have put 2018-19, so 2019-20, so 2021. In all these years, if you see, close to 10 or 10 above percentage is a must of the people final result when it comes. 10% or little more or little less, but 10% as an average clear from sociology. And that too, if you see the number of people attempting and clearing, one of the best success rates UPSC has got. As the sociology in UPSC it has got. So why do we say this here? It clearly shows that it is a subject that is easily adaptable by everyone, right? Let them belong to any stream, any background. So it is so normal that a person can very safely take this topic and it would certainly be beneficial. So I have put the whole tabular column, how many appeared, how many cleared, the success rate, all I have put. That clearly this is not a data taken from any independent researcher or individual researcher, UPSC's data. Okay, that we have thrown before you. Then coming to the subject matter. So you say that many people take, many clear. That what is the subject matter? That everybody can understand what kind of a thing is that. See, generally, a saying used to be there. Said by many actually. The saying is that if you see, only God and devil can live beyond a society. Rest all stay in a society. We have to stay in a society. Man by nature is a political animal. Man by nature is a social animal. We all stay in society. So everything that happens in society shall have a sociological perspective. Society influences. See, the nature is a political animal. Man by nature is a social animal. We all stay in society. So everything that happens in society shall have a sociological perspective. Society influences. See, the way in which people wear a dress, the way in which people greet each other, the cuisine what we eat, everything has something called a society, or the milieu in which we live influences it. That makes a whole lot of a difference. And here, that what we call, when we start thinking that, we call that as sociological imagination. This is what was called as sociological imagination by a famous sociologist by name C. Wright Mills. He says it. And even for that matter, if you see here a quote of him, neither the life of an individual nor history of a society can be understood without understanding both. Life of an individual and the history of the society has to go hand in hand. Either of the one, we can't understand it. Vladimir Lenin or Joseph Stalin would not have become such big leaders if they were not in Soviet Russia. Fidel Castro could not have been known to anyone if he was not in that particular era in Cuba. Mahatma Gandhi would not have, his name might not have been known if he would not have been in those places where racist oppression was there, be it in South Africa or be it in India. So everywhere it is a time period, and the society what they live in make people even bigger revolutionaries. It has an influence on people. Not only becoming a leader, people accepting them as leader. So social change, when we say the change itself is society changing, it comes from the society, the fabric of the society. It has both way influence. But the thing is that the society has a greater meaning to it. See, more, let me put it in the words of C. Wright Mills. What is sociological imagination? See, he says, his own words, He gives a wonderful example. Many of us have the habit of taking tea or coffee. A person takes coffee and people go to caves to take coffee. They go to a hotel, cave, restaurant, they take coffee. Taking coffee, people may say, as a habit. So it's a habit. Every day morning I need a coffee. Or when I'm stressed, I need a coffee. People may call it addiction. People may call it a habit. Something they are used to. But again, sociological imagination goes beyond it. How? He says, coffee is not merely like people ask someone for a coffee. It's not that merely that they want to take coffee or drink coffee alone. If a person asks for a date to a girl, a guy asks, can we go for a coffee? It also means a date. A girl can very well mean that he calls him for a date. So is a girl calling a boy? They can think that it is a date. Possibility is there. Similarly, a person, why can't we talk that in a Starbucks or come to cafe day? He will speak there. If someone says, it's not merely for drinking coffee, they sit there and talk about a deal. Some people coming out and saying that let us take coffee that is grown only in India. Let us boycott the foreign brands. Swadeshi coffee, again coffee remains the same. They are not against coffee, but they are prescribing to Swadeshi coffee. Someone says, I take coffee only in Starbucks. They want to show more than coffee what? That place, that they are elite, economical elites, or they are fashion conscious. The simplest activity. But if you see here, multiple places, multiple ways you can see, that is sociological imagination. Every act. See, this we are going to study in multiple perspectives, as simple as. So, this makes one thing very clear to us, that the subject matter of sociology is what we do, we live, and we take part in every day. So, to understand it, marriage, with relate to education, healthcare, everything, politics, elections, everything is part and parcel of sociology. Okay, so it's a subject matter that is for all. No second thought with relate to it. Then coming to the last one, what about the guidance and the material available? One of the options for which we can safely say the materials are so easily available in every part of India. Nook and corner of India, you can get the materials for sociology option that is easily available. That is, one of the option is sociology. So, very abundantly available material is there for sociology. So, no second thought with relate to it. Availability and guidance, and there are a lot of guidance I can say. Even now what I am doing is a guidance, and it is not at all a problem. And almost throughout India, everywhere you go, sociology guidance is not a big deal. And here in Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services, already I have told to you that matter of 2.5 to 3 months, we make sure that you understand sociology, or you are equipped enough to be successful in mains. One thing I can assuredly say on behalf of our institute and from my part is that clearing an option, multiple factors are there. Clearing a service, getting a service, multiple factors are there. One of the factors is getting good marks in sociology or option. I can assuredly say one thing, that sociology will not be the pulling down item or pulling down factor if you don't get a service. It can aid you in getting a service because you can get very good marks there, or it will make sure that it does not pull you down. So sociology is such a safe bet for anyone who are serious about preparing for civil services exams. Thank you all.